Okay, this is my review of Rock Revolution. As you know, it pretty much failed on the market. Like, at let's see, game FYE went down to $60, and the set I got was only $30 at Best Buy. So, the problems with Rock Revolution. Well, the format itself and the gameplay was kind of crappy because it's not the normal like slanted kind of movie scroll like Star Wars style um, format that you're used to. It just goes up and down, kind of like DDR. So if you're used to old Konami games, like the DJ game is very similar. Now, the problem I think is this was released at the wrong time. If they released it before Rockband came out with drums, this might have been more successful. So let's go over the basics. Rock Revolution did actually create an accurate drum set. Now there's a few flaws though. This pretty much is a drum set that would be one of the cheap, low-end electronic drum sets that you buy in like Guitar Center. Now, if you see, you have the hi-hat, the red pad. You have one of the cymbals, which is, I would probably guess, the ride cymbal. You have one tom drum. You have probably the crash cymbal, another tom drum, and the snare. Now, if anybody who drums on, a real set, an acoustic set, or a real electronic set, you would realize that the hi-hat and the snare are properly placed if you're crossing over. But if you notice, there's not much space to cross over your hands, so unless you're a lefty player, it'd be kind of weird. I'm not sure if there was a lefty mode in the game. Another problem with the game formatting is the bass pedal, which is normally in drum games a solid line. Instead, it's just another dot, just like a guitar note or a drum beat. Now, if you go over to Rock Band, what I think they did right about this is that when they first came out, before they came out with the cymbals, they put the hi-hat and the snare in opposite places, but you'd still use the hand because you're not crossing over. You can add on the cymbal packs now, as I did, which works pretty well, and you have more range of toms because of the way it's formatted. Now, Rock Revolution I think would have worked out if it came out a little bit earlier than Rock Band, because then people could get used to the way that Rock Revolution is. It's accurate, has all these different cymbals and drums, which would be good for if you want an authentic like drumming experience, but they kind of did it wrong. The cymbals should be elevated. It's very difficult to play the cymbals, and the game is confusing itself. So, if they could have done it better, Konami, maybe they'll give it another try, but I kind of doubt it because this one was such a failure. What I think was, I had Guitar Hero World Tour for like a week, and I didn't really like the drum setup on that either. What I like about Rock Band is the authentic setup, especially with the cymbals, because you have the red as a snare, the yellow hi-hat, the yellow high tom, the blue medium tom, the blue ride cymbal, the green crash cymbal, and the green low tom, and then you have your bass, which I think is pretty accurate. I know that they try to kind of resemble that in Rock Revolution, but they kind of are missing a tom, and just the overall setup is not easy to play. So, I don't know, for only $30, maybe it's worth buying if you find it for only $30, but I know they're not even going to have it on shelves that more. But, yeah, so, still, I'm going to stick with Rock Band. It's still my favorite drumming game of all the games that are out right now, so hopefully they come out with more improvements, because so far I've been completely satisfied with the Rock Band drums.